Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Red the Mechanic. This is Sleeperworks Garage. Today we're going to be putting the visors on the Toyota. There are some new old stock parts that I got from online. They actually came from Indonesia, and they completely changed the way the car looks. I've seen different style visors, but these ones are like cream of the crop for me. So let's get right to it. So here's the visors, right? And I've got a couple things on the table here because I noticed on one of them right here, you can see, looks like there's like some rust forming right here, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scuff these up real good, right? Because I thought they were aluminum, and if they're steel, then that means they're just gonna rust on the car since they're raw. I'm gonna scuff them down and clear coat them, right, so that they're protected. The crazy glue is for this little trim right here. It's not staying, so I'm gonna crazy glue it in so it stays. All right, so first things first is crazy glue these little trims right here onto the visor itself. Go ahead and pop this guy off. Right. Drop a little bit of crazy glue in the channel. Stick it right back on. That guy seems to be good. Okay, now we'll just get right to the other one. I'm definitely not gonna spray right here because this stuff is just falling from that dang tree right there. So when it comes time, I'm just gonna go ahead, pull my table into that lot right there because there's no trees, nothing preventing the sun from hitting it, so that they could just bake out there without leaves and stuff falling on it. All right, so now that the crazy glued trim is on, right, it doesn't look perfect because it doesn't sit in there perfect, but it definitely is on the shape that they put it on. So this one looks a lot better, but kind of is what it is. The trim doesn't go down anymore, so I don't know if it was just because of the way they molded this, or did they, I have no idea. This is just how it is. This is how it came. All I did was crazy glue it down. So anyways, now I gotta peel the protective film on it, this blue stuff, scuff the whole thing down, clean it, and then go ahead and put some clear coat on it. One down, one to go. Alright, so I don't know if you guys can see this. It looks like you can on the camera. These little orange spots, that's all like rust starting. You can't feel it, but like you can see it. So that's why I'm doing this, because these are definitely steel, because there's 100% spots on this that I scuffed down that were rusty. Like over here in this little, you can see those little black spots in the pitted area right, I gotta set this down, right in there. That was rust. That right there was rust. And then there was an area right here, look, there was rust. So yeah, I'm definitely glad I'm doing this, because these were just gonna rot away if I mounted them the way I did, or if I mounted them the way they were. All right, so I'm out here in this lot, right, to paint these things, and I'm gonna clean it real quick because these are all scuffed and ready to go. And then I'm just gonna set you guys up on the camera and spray it down. Obviously, I'm gonna do the back side first, so I can just flip these over, spray the front side, and let them fully cure. And I also have them directly in the sun so that they can get some heat in them, so that it'll dry and bond as quickly as possible, because I cannot let these sit out here like overnight or anything. They'll disappear. So here we go. I'm about to get right after it. Alright, so I'm just gonna let it sit for like 5 minutes. I've got 2 to 3 coats on here. I might lay one more down just to, you know, feel a little bit more comfortable. But I've got about half a can. This wasn't full from the jump, so we'll see how it goes. There is stuff still blowing around. I know y'all seen it in the last clip, but what are you gonna do? There's nothing you can do. Well, there's nothing I can do anyways. All I've got is open lot and stuff. I'm gonna flip these over. I should have cleaned this. I should have cleaned the both sides first. Yes, I know. So I'm gonna spray this, wipe it down, and do it that way. Okay. No, I bumped into it. wind, man. Man, I gotta get that out of there. I'm gonna get that out of there. Alright, so now it's just gonna be time to let these things sit and just cook. There are like a couple small imperfections, but what you gonna do? You know, I don't have a body shop or a paint booth or anything. This is all outside stuff, so it is what it is. Like I said, just gonna let it dry, and you know, I'll install it after it's done. All right, so dude came to come and tune the car with me, but I'm gonna go ahead and give him his privacy, y'all. All right, so right now we're hooking up the tack. Dude told me that this wire right here is the signal. So I've got it. I got the two wires. Well, I got the signal wire for the distributor spliced into this and pinned right to it. So it's not like I didn't cut no wire or anything. I tied them together, and I forgot the rubber, so I just taped it. And I ran the wire here. This is all just temporary for now. All right, it's going right inside this guy, which I want to fix this because that's crazy. And yeah, so this black wire, I think it's this wire. Yeah, this black wire right here, I need to run to this green wire. And once I do, I will have distributor signal, because that's the signal wire for the distributor. This is the light, which I'm gonna go ahead and wire this up so that when it's nighttime, I can see the RPMs. So I'm about to do this. Give me a sec. All right, so a lot's been going on. He's about to grab the timing light and make sure the timing is on. Apparently the advance is not working. They took the stuff out of it, but he adjusted the float and adjusted the carb, and it sounds pretty good. But now we're gonna mess with the timing. All right, so real quick, I'm in here pressing these bearings on for the dude that just tuned my carburetor. And I just wanted to show y'all that whenever you're pressing something, this has a bunch of tension on it, okay? Whatever you are moving, this, it has to be free. You can't push it. This has to constantly be, you know, free. If it doesn't spin, it binds up, that means you're pushing on it, and that's not what you want. And as you can see, it's all the way down. Just make sure, boop. And look. All right, that's loose. I also set the pinion bearing on for him. I was trying to pay him, but he was like, no, just push these bearings on for me and we're good. And I was like, hell yeah. So I just got this bearing left. It's got to go on the bottom right there. So I'm about to put this on. So yeah, again, so I've got the lip right there sitting on the inner part of the bearing, and you can see that the cage has play, so it's not sitting right on it. So I can go ahead and this bottom is going to be good. Now I just got to set up the top. Still spins. It's a little tight, but it spins. It still spins. Binding up a little bit, but that's because of this top piece is a little close. So these have been sitting for the last like 3 or 4 hours. So these should be plenty dry. I already like touched them and stuff like that earlier. So bye, caballo. Thank you so much for helping. I'm gonna go ahead and put these on probably tomorrow. I'm almost out of sunlight and I want to give this just a little bit more time to dry before I start like putting pressure and everything on it. But these came out good. Let's see. I don't know if the light, yeah, the light is on. You see, I mean, it's gonna have, it's out of a spray can, so there's just, I'm glad there's no runs in it. It looks real nice. And it's gonna be very well protected, which I'm very happy about. Yeah. Yes. I'm hyped. I'll see y'all in the next clip. So before I finish up for the day, I'm gonna show y'all. So he adjusted the carburetor. He adjusted the choke. I wired in the tach and I wired in the choke. All right, and they're all set up to turn on with the switch and they're all fused. So he said that the distributor was off like 3 or 4 teeth, and also the vacuum advance is bad on it, the diaphragm inside. So when you pull vacuum on this, it doesn't move like it's supposed to. So I have to either find a vacuum advance or a whole distributor, which I already looked online and it's not available. I have to figure something out with this. So if anybody has anything, if anybody has a distributor that's good or whatever, let me know. Shoot me a message. I'll buy it from you. You know, I just ain't trying to spend a whole lot of money. I've seen them, you know, range between 100 and 250 bucks. So let me know, man. I did have a spare one, but it was missing the vacuum advance. So nothing I could really do about that. I forgot to mention that it has to be from like a 1980, the 1.8 liter, because this doesn't have points in it. So it's got to be a 1.8 liter 3TC distributor. All right, next day. So I'm here with the wagon and the visors, just trying to figure out how it mounts up, because I don't want to drill any holes. There's a spot here that they asked for a hole, but that's I'm not drilling into that whatsoever, and everything else just screws on. There is double-sided tape right here where that area is. Right here you can see the hole, but I'm not drilling a hole there. I'm just gonna let the double-sided tape do its magic. But I figured out how to mount it. It's a little less smooth than I want. You'll see what I mean. Okay, so putting this first part on, it has to like on and then swoop. This guy. And there's like a sweet spot that has, I think that's it right there. Alright, so that goes on this rail right here, and then there's little clips that go underneath and squeeze to the body in these 3 spots, which I'm going to start with this guy back here and then work my way forward, since this has a spot to grab. But before I do that, I'm going to just lightly peel this double-sided tape so I have something to grab, so that when it's time I just pull it and I'll be good. So this is what I meant by it not being smooth, is this nut right here sits on top. So at the end it'll look something like that, which, like I said, is not very smooth, but it's an old car. It's got a bunch of protruding pieces, so kind of got to deal with it. This guy, this clips underneath like that, and then this guy screws on top. Like that. So that's, I just gotta tighten it, and that's mounted right there. And I'm gonna put a little bit of Loctite on those, obviously. So that's so that they stay. But that's how it is. Matter of fact, let me show you a little bit closer. So yeah, like I said, it's not very smooth, but that's how it mounts up. It just basically sandwiches between the drip rail, and this guy is just gonna be sticking out all across like that, all three of them. But like I said, it is what it is. I'm not like totally upset with it. It's an old car and it adds to the little character. But that is sick. Hold on, let me start closing the door. Oh, that's sick, man. Look at that. It adds a whole nother dimension to the side of it. I love it. I absolutely love it. And they said get the ones that fit inside the window that stop here. You crazy, bro? Look at that. Look at that, bro. That is sick. Oh, this is the tallest my tripod goes to. Look at that. Thing is maxed. But that Toyota visor, that's, yo, hype. So I'm over here sanding this thing back down. There was a, like, it started when I tightened it down and I took the thing off, it like had a big circle of peeled clear, and it was just gonna rot right there. So I started to sand it, and like it peeled off in big sections, and I was just like, man, like you can see how it's like, look, let's see if I can get it. Look, you can just peel it. Look at that. So that clear is not good, so I'm gonna just sand them both all the way back down off camera, and I think I'm gonna go get some 2K clear and 2K clear it so it's protected even better. I thought, you know, 3 to 4 coats of that perfect match clear would be decent, and I scuffed the crap out of it, so you would think it would bond to it, but guess not. Like, look how it's coming off, bro. This was just gonna peel eventually. Like, look at this. It's coming off in big strips. Look at that. So I'm kind of glad this happened, because this was just pointless, I guess. All right, I got this guy all the way stripped down. The only thing I didn't do was take this off and this double-sided tape, because I called a body shop and see what they would quote me, and to be, surprisingly, I called I called 4 body shops, and none of them want to clear coat this at all. Then their main reason is because they didn't buy it. It makes no sense. How do you even stay in business? Like, if you're a paint shop, I need paint. I don't understand why no one wants to do it. It's a piece of metal. Clear coat it for me. What the hell? Alright guys, so I'm leaving a body shop now. They quoted me $150 to paint the rails, which that's what I was looking to get done. Well, that's the price I was looking for. Anywhere between $125 and $175 was what I expected. I'm not gonna get them painted in this video because they're not even available until next week. So I'm gonna drop them off next week. It'll be like 3 videos from now whenever I go ahead and actually mount them. And I'm still amazed that nobody wanted to do it. makes no sense. The guy was just like, yeah, that's super easy. We just clean it and clear it. So that's what's gonna be, man. So I just went to one more body shop just to get one more quote because I only got one price, and they quoted me almost 300 bucks, man. No, sorry, that's way too much. And he was like, well, you can buy a $20 can of 2K if you want and do it yourself. And I was like, a $20 can of 2K is probably not gonna protect my visors as good as I want them to be protected. So I'm just gonna go take it to that body shop that told me 150 and call it that. All right, you guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I didn't get a whole lot done, but you guys are in with me for the ride. So stay tuned for more content. Like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next one.